I believe YouTube is recording. Hello, guys. My name is Carlos. You all saw the intro of the meetup. You all saw my main goals. But I think it's time for you guys to know who I am, what I'm doing, and if I can deliver. So I'm going to take you inside Second Life and show you my latest creation, which is a small, tiny bit of virtual Ibiza. So it's not virtual Ibiza as I wish it will be one day, as I want it to be, as I'm challenging you guys to join me and to make it real. It's just a small sample, but I think it's the best way to show you the potentials and how Second Life works inside and all the potentials it has. Okay, so who am I? You probably saw my bio. I'm a geographer. I teach photography. It's my main activity, but I've been working in Second Life since 2007. Second Life showed up in 2003. So it's been 14 years and a half, something like that, that I've been in Second Life. I did a lot of stuff over there. I had businesses, I had communities, live events, community management. I organized many different events. I built resorts, built hotels, built some small business. I organized live concerts. Well, made a lot of friendships. Some of the stuff I did alone, and some of the stuff I did with some help in collaboration with other people from Second Life. And I also help other people take their projects on and on. So the only weak point I have in Second Life, which is not serious because you have lots of people selling that stuff, it's coding, scripting, because you can create objects and you can turn them into interactive stuff. But there's a whole army of people doing that. You just need to go and get those scripts and put it on your objects, or you get objects that are already scripted. So besides that, I think I have pretty much experience in almost everything. Being a DJ, organizing events, building stuff, editing stuff that is already built, but just change it to accommodate my goals, creating whole islands, whole sims. Second Life works with two kinds of lands. Either you go to mainland, which is a mess because you can get a small parcel in mainland of a plot of land for you, but you have all the crazy neighbors around and you don't have an ocean view. Most of the places, it's cheaper, but it's not the way to go. And you can get your own island. Okay, it's a 256 by 256 meters real scale island. And then you have full control over that island. The rules, the contents, the activities, who comes in, who cannot come. So it's your own project. You have full control. You don't have to obey to general rules. Only the laws of Second Life, of course, which is pretty basic. So when you get a whole island for you, you have two different kinds of islands, of sims, of private islands. You can get a homestead, which is the same size I told you, 256 by 256, but it's not as good in the server side. So you are a bit more limited in content, in the amount of objects, the amount of people, and the amount of animations and activities that can go around your island. A homestead will be around $150 per month. Or you can buy a full region, which is the same size, but the server is much more capable, and you can put much more objects, more people, more content, more interactive, animated, moving stuff, and it will handle much better the activities and the content you put inside. It's called full region, and it's $300 per month. Okay. So we are going right away inside Second Life. I'm going to show you our startup land for virtual Ibiza. But before that, I just want to say some stuff. Okay, we will have the chance to meet other times inside Second Life and in Zoom. But for now, I just want to make clear a few things so you better understand my project. Okay, so why do I like so much Second Life? Okay, Second Life can really be considered the metaverse or a metaverse. Okay, it's not virtual. You don't have a helmet, although you can use a helmet and go there virtually. And some the Quest 2, I think, it works there. It's a bit clumsy, but there are some workarounds. But you can use it. But it's not built for that. It's the oldest metaverse still around. 2003 and up until now. It's very mature because people went to Second Life, made lots of fans. They stay there. It had a peak in 2007, went on national TV, internationally, etc. There were millions of people. Now it's about a little bit less than 1 million people active. But the real fans, the real guys stay there. And it had, Second Life had time for people to come inside, try stuff, avoid what wasn't working, and evolve what is working. So it's a proof of concept. Everything you have there, the contents, the stores, the projects, the activities people do there, they result on all these years of trial and error. So it is a very good chance, like a sandbox, for anyone to try their projects on a metaverse. And then when the real crazy Facebook, Nvidia, etc., the real surround virtual metaverse comes around, you will already know how people behave, what people like, what people hate, what works, what doesn't work, how you do this, how you do that. So it's a very excellent sandbox. It's the most mature, it's the most diverse. You find anything you want. You can do anything you do in real life in Second Life: business, education, science, fun, entertainment, gaming, adult stuff, whatever you do in real life, you can do there, and more, of course, because you can fly, you can create most crazy stuff you can ever imagine. And the possibilities are endless. Why? The third reason why I like Second Life, besides being a proof of concept, very mature and so diverse in themes, in contents, and in everything. Besides that, it's the synergy. Okay, it's always Second Life is always reinventing itself. You don't go to Second Life and you say, okay, I can do this, but I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Okay, I have this, but I don't have that. No, it's changing every hour, every day, every week. New people come along and they invent, create new products. And then you look at those new products and you say, okay, if I get this one and I put them together, I can create my own new product or service, and I can start something completely new that I wasn't able to do last week. Okay, for example, one guy, of course, there are lots of beautiful working planes to fly around in Second Life, but this is just an example. One guy builds beautiful planes, but he only knows how to build them, just the plane. Okay, perfect, beautiful, everything inside, but it's just there, it's an object. Another guy has a store that sells scripts that can be put inside planes to make planes land, fly, take over, and control. Okay, this is the business of that guy, building scripts for planes, for cars, for bikes, for whatever. One third guy says, okay, I'm going to buy these planes. I'm going to buy these scripts to the other guy. I'm going to put them inside the plane. Now I created the plane that flies, and I built myself an airport just for fun or for business, whatever. So this is synergy, okay? You are not limited to what you see. It's like in real life. You put this and this together, okay? There are bicycles in Second Life. You can go to a virtual Ibiza, for example. You can get bicycles that are copyable, and you have an object in the middle of the street. Then when avatars touch that objects, it makes a bicycle appear. And then after the avatars, when it's finished using the bike, he gets out of the bike and the bike disappears. So there's no littering. So you can pick that object, you can build your store, and you rent bikes, and you are not selling anything, you're selling a service. You have that fantastic object that makes bikes appear, and you can set it up in a menu for people to pay just a bit to get their bike, move around the island, have some fun with the friends, and then it goes away. So you're not selling bikes, you are renting bikes, okay? And you can find many guys who already built those kinds of objects that rent the bikes. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do inside the Second Life. So this is why I like so much Second Life. The possibilities are completely endless, okay? Another thing, if we are talking about content, objects, getting a store, building a store, getting objects for yourself, getting raw objects, then changing those objects somehow, and then reselling them with other features, that kind of content, that kind of stuff is really cheap. You can buy a fine plane for something like $1 or something like that. Okay, you can buy clothes, skins for your body to build your avatar, very cheap. What is really expensive in Second Life, it's lands. Okay, owning lands. So if you want to have fun and visit other places, it's a free account, free viewer. You go to Second Life and you have fun and you don't spend a dime. Okay. But if you want to have a land, if you want to build a project, you need land. And to build and to have steady stuff, buildings or whatever, you have a world that you build yourself for whatever you want. If you want that, then you need land to do it. And land is expensive. The servers are expensive. That's the thing. Our island, 150, the weakest ones, and the strongest ones, the best performative, 300 a month. So it's like a real life rent sometimes. You can consider that. So why this project? Why do I want to get people together to build virtual Ibiza? Okay, I'm going to build virtual Ibiza to solve a problem, solve three problems, major problem people have. Virtual Ibiza, so getting people together, okay, and getting money together, just a little bit from each one. It will make possible to build virtual Ibiza. So we can have an island only for us, our rules, our buildings, our activities. We don't have to respond to anyone. We don't have neighbors. We are not sharing space with other projects. It's our own project, okay? We just have to get along between ourselves and decide whatever freely what we want to do. So which three problems will these projects help solve? First problem, Second Life is complex. I'm not saying it's difficult. You cannot master everything in Second Life because it's like real life. Everything has loads and loads of details and different ways to go around it. So anyway, the possibilities of managing land, dealing with objects, creating stuff inside Second Life or creating outside and importing it, it's very diverse, so that makes it complex. So the possibilities of communication, chat, groups, EMs, note cards, voice, you have several ways to do stuff. The permissions, you can authorize people to come to your land, just the ones in your group, or you can set up CD access for your home, just for your friends. So all of that means you have to twinkle and tweak loads of details that the viewer allows to do in Second Life. Building, it's a whole universe. So, and scripting, of course. So it's complex, okay? Not difficult, because usually what people do is they like one thing, one kind of activities, and they are motivated and they go for it. They channel their learning on that area. Of course, you're not going to learn. It's like in real life. You don't know how to ski because you love to dive. So you are taking diving courses and you are learning how to dive in the ocean in real life. So you don't have time to learn ski. Okay, you make choices. Well, Second Life is just like that. So you don't have to learn everything about Second Life, only the basics. But it really is a complex world. So when one person arrives alone in Second Life, usually doesn't know how to speak with people, how to communicate, how to search, what to do, what to look for, okay, and how to start. And this is one of the things Virtual Ibiza will help a lot. It will make everything much, much easier. because we are here to help each other. We are going to share our contacts. You need the live concert. You never did a live concert. I'll tell you a good guy can get you a huge stage, and I'll tell you some guys that for something like $2 or $3 they can play a whole concert for you with their avatars, with their music, with their lights, with their streams, and they do the whole thing for you. And I give you their contact. You talk with them, and it's all set up. So contact, experience, knowledge about Second Life. You want to do some kind of business, a store or a service, and I can quickly, me and other people sharing the virtual Ibiza, we can tell you, okay, this is not going to work because people don't like blah, 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 blah. You should do this way, or this way, and try that and speak with that guy that can get you something. Okay, just like that. So sharing experience, sharing contacts, and teaching you quickly how to do stuff makes everything much easier than just going along to your small little land lost in the middle of mainland with all the crazy neighbors around and crazy rules because you're sharing small plots of lands with other people. You cannot build higher, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you can, whatever. I think you get the point. So makes everything easier. Making everything easier also means the second reason why I want to do virtual Ibiza is because it makes everything faster. Okay, we are there, we share stuff, you learn quickly, and you get things done faster. So a project that's, if you go alone to learn everything, try to meet people for the first time and gather something, so you are able to do a project that will take you 3 months or 4 months, probably you can do it in 1 week with our help. So easier and faster. And most of all, because I told you contents and most stuff, it's cheap, it's not expensive in Second Life, but land is expensive. Okay, so virtual Ibiza, sharing the costs of virtual Ibiza makes land really cheap. So the 3 goals I have in virtual Ibiza, it's to help people that are beginning in Second Life, or they are a long time in Second Life, but they couldn't develop alone their projects because they don't have enough land, enough contacts, enough experience, or bringing new people from outside to inside Second Life. That's why I have a meetup for learning the ropes, how to get around with Second Life. And that makes everything cheaper because we are sharing a whole island for us. No one is paying the $300. Several people are paying $20 or $30. And you can say, okay, but if I pay $20 or $30, I will only be entitled, because there's several of us, I will only be entitled to a plot of land anyway. So with my house or with my office or with my venue, my club or my store or whatever. Yes, that's true. I will make sure you have, if you support the project, I will make sure you have your plot of land inside virtual Ibiza, your house, your home, your club, your store, your office, whatever. But there is more. Besides you being entitled to have that plot of land with your own stuff to do whatever you want to do, besides that, virtual Ibiza will offer huge amounts of land for people to share. You want to do a major conference, serious stuff about education, about whatever team you want to do. You want to invite people like TEDx, something on those lines. You want to do something really big in Second Life. You're not going to do it on your plot of land. You have a huge amphitheater inside virtual Ibiza where you can do that stuff. You cannot do it all the time, but it's sharing. You do it on Monday, and Mary want to do a huge meeting, or she wants to invite performers to do a theater play or an opera with voice and music inside the amphitheater. Okay, Mary, next Friday it's free. You can use the huge amphitheater. So if you were alone, and when I say amphitheater, I say people sharing the shopping mall, people sharing the club, where they can, a huge club. Okay, you can set up a small club in your house, but virtual Ibiza will have one or more clubs, huge, with lots of resources, a huge stage, also an area with a stage for live concerts. And you can use that. Johnny can go on Sundays, Mary can go on Mondays, and Julio can go on Wednesdays. So you have the chance to use the full resources of Virtual Ibiza, that if you were alone in some tiny plot in the middle of nowhere, you will have to rent on purpose or buy on purpose a huge land and spend time building all that stuff to make just one concert. So here is ready, the amphitheater, the stage, the huge markets place, the shopping mall, the business center where you can have a nice office. So everything we can share, we will share. So you are not committed and limited to your small plot of land as you would be if you were alone. So this is in a nutshell Virtual Ibiza, okay? And also because it's fun and I love Second Life, and I'd love to spend all my time inside it. Don't take me wrong, I'm a very active person with loads of friends in real life, and I like the outdoors. I do a lot of trekking and outdoor photography. I'm always doing it, but I love Second Life. It's limitless. So make it easier to learn and make it easier, make it faster. You don't have to build, stuff is already there and you have the experience and the help, and make it cheaper, of course, because we are all sharing the huge rents that would be difficult to pay alone. So enough of me, of my face. Let's get inside. This is quite a bit of a long video, but I think it's important for you guys to know who's this guy, why is this guy asking us for support, why does this guy wants to build? Can this guy build anything? Is it true he has already a virtual Ibiza? Well, let's check it out. I'm gonna do a screen share, and you're away from my face and inside the beautiful, marvelous world of Second Life. So here we go. Just allow me a minute to twinkle this stuff. And here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna shut my face. I'm pretty sure now everyone can see this amazing place. So this is me sitting in the bar with an animation. These chairs are animated. And here is our waitress. Okay, most of the things you see moving in Second Life, it's real people. But this is a new technology that showed up a few years ago, which is Animesh. Animesh, it's animals or people or whatever, or monsters or objects that move by themselves, and they are not very heavy on the server. So this is the bar where we're gonna do our Sunday meetings. Just to show you something. Okay, here's my avatar. I am Loff Auer. You can, most of the objects you see around Second Life that are objects that can be usable in real life, usually those objects are also usable in Second Life. For example, this sit, you can just come here and have a sit. Okay, I will have a session about how to move, how to do all this stuff in detail, but right now I'm just showing you how things work and know exactly how to proceed on the viewer. I can change poses. Usually this sort of stuff has some menus. For example, the chairs, I sit on this chair, I have a pose, leg up, but I can also, I mean, if you are in a meeting, you want to change your pose for a more classical or a more relaxed way, cross leg. Okay, there's nothing special or crazy about this, but it's just an example on how things work and the possibilities that things have. And if you want to buy sofas or chairs or beds that have animations, the craziest, wildest animations, you will find 100 stores with different stuff, different themes, different menus, different animations, different limitations. So the market, it's huge. There you can buy stuff. Sometimes you can get free stuff called freebies. Usually they don't have so much quality as other stuff, but sometimes good creators, when they come up with new products, their old products were already very good and they become freebies, so people to please their old customers. So you can get freebies and very good ones sometimes, but you can buy stuff in stores, anything. You can buy those seagulls that are flying there. You can buy these plants, this bar, the dolphins. You can buy our lovely bartender. But you can also go on the web page, on the website of Second Life, and buy straight directly from there, and it will be delivered right here inside. It's some stuff. If I want to buy a house, I want to go inside Second Life and visit the house, see how it looks, how it works. If I want to buy something more simple like these towels with animations, I can go on the website because it's much faster to deal with the web pages and compare different brands and different towels and animations and menus they have. So let's ask to our lovely bartender. Oh, she's saying, Loff Auer, welcome to Ibiza, very well. And I have a menu and I want some, well, some champagne. We are celebrating the startup of Virtual Ibiza. So she is preparing the champagne. She will put it up right here when she's finished. There you go. It's right here. And she told me, touch it to take it. Okay, I'll touch it. Yes, okay, very well. And now I have the champagne and I'm sipping the champagne while I'll walk around or fly around. There you go. I have the glass of champagne. Okay, so if you're doing a party and people are dancing, it's nice for them to be drinking some stuff. Oh, drink it, man. You need it. Champagne. Even in the beach, champagne is always champagne. So this is the startup plan for Virtual Ibiza. It's kind of a coconut paradise, but it has some features that remind us a bit of Virtual Ibiza. It's not a replica of Virtual Ibiza yet. I want to do a replica of Virtual Ibiza. It won't be the whole island. I could do the whole island, but that would cost a lot. We would need something like 12 islands to do the whole Ibiza island decently replicated. But I will do the main docks, the piers, the main roads, the main buildings, hotels, the big fortress with a beautiful church. So that main area when you get to Ibiza, a little bit of countryside also, and agricultural fields, a bit of everything, the caves. So it's quite a nice replica. And one of my characteristics is I love to be detailed. And I love realistic stuff. I don't like cartoonish stuff and dummies and stupid stuff. I like things to be realistic. So here we are. And this is the size of our startup land. Okay, let me show you. Oh, we can fly. So within these green mountainy walls, it's our startup land of Virtual Ibiza. So in a nutshell, what do we have? We have beautiful underwater filled with life. I'm gonna show you later on. We have our beach bar, which is gorgeous and lovely and beautiful. We have here a jacuzzi with menus and animation, including adult animations. Be careful with that. This area is still being built. That's why I put the sign there. It's gonna be like a chilling area for people who wants to get away from the confusion. If people wants to have a private meeting away from the confusion also, you have a beautiful fire camp right here. We can be on first person or third person. You can go to this fire camp and you can get some marshmallows and be here at night. You can control the environment, world environments. It's not the purpose of this video, but just to have give you a small heads up. So it's night and people are having a nice cozy fire camp over here with pillows and many animations, including adult animations. So careful with that. Okay, I'm gonna make it again midday. I can turn off the lights, open the lights, just to give you some examples of how interactive this crazy world is. So world environment, let's make it midday, which is very normal. And you can ask me, oh, did you build all of that? No, I built it and I didn't build it. What did I do? I bought quality stuff that it's already built, parts of it from different creators, different stores, and then I put it all together. It's not easy to put things together. I build this stuff and I have to place it really carefully. Now I'm gonna do Control Z. For example, these mountains, I build them. I got regular rocks and I stretch them up and etc. You can build this bamboo. You can buy this bamboo and make it bigger, longer, wider, so you can edit stuff, most of it. But it takes a long time to. I did all the highs and lows of the terrain. So terraforming, it's quite a pain in the ass to terraform. It takes a long time. I bought these rocks and I shaped the rocks so they could fit here with different shapes. It's stuff you can do. So of course I didn't build it stone by stone. I didn't build these fishes, but you can for example, use one of these giant rocks and just shape it as you wish. You can see the rock changing size, Control Z. Okay, so you can build all this stuff from scratch, but why would you if you can get it from stores, much perfectly done and much scripted and with beautiful animations and menus? Things that it would take you 6 months to create something like this coral with this fish. Okay, so like in real life, I buy things that are already done and I put them together. Some little things I build in my hands here inside Second Life. So we have a beautiful ocean. We have these dolphins moving around. The dolphins, they have random movements, never move the same way, but they have a limited area so they don't go away. These jellyfish also random, but in a limited area. But the turtles, where are the turtles? Come on, I'm going to show you one of these great, beautiful turtles. Here's one. We have 3 major turtles. We have to be careful in small land not to put too much stuff moving around. So these turtles, they are completely random. They go everywhere as long as there is water, and they don't stick to a certain area you limit, and they are just beautiful. They get along with the dolphins, and you can ride them. You can touch them and ride them. You can teach tricks to these dolphins also and play with them, and they will react to you, always in random way, like if they were really alive. It's an amazing, crazy world. Most of the things I'm gonna show you now, it's a little bit of fun, but it's just a sample, so you see how interactive everything can be. I can set up a menu and tell the turtles or the sharks to attack avatars if they pass nearby, or to follow them. In this case, I just told him, get along and don't pay attention to the avatars. So they are so much interactive like that. There's a secret cave. I have to decorate it, make it more dark and mysterious and with hidden secret treasures. There's stuff to explore, like treasure hunts. It can be done. But right now we just have these sharks. I also set them up to not to attack avatars. So this is my avatar. I'm realistic, as I told you, but you can be a giant cat, a flying dragon, you can be a furry, you can be a tiny person, whatever you want to be here. Okay, it's up to you. To visit Virtual Ibiza, you don't have to be a perfect replica of yourself, or you can be fat and have a skinny avatar, or be skinny and have a fat avatar. You can be a man and have a female avatar, whatever. We are here for fun and for freedom, okay? As long as we are not affecting or bullying other people, this is all about freedom and incredible possibilities. I can put sounds here on the environment. The seagulls are making sounds, the wind, the waves, the crickets, everything. I can buy stones with sounds and change the sounds they do. We can animate this party place. So this is our club, our beautiful club. They also have some seats to relax. And we have here a DJ booth. and I can bring real DJs here to make real live stream music playlist, and we can change the colors and the effects of stuff. Okay, let's make it pirates. I believe it's skulls that show up. Yeah, skulls, pirates, pink. I can also make it rain or snow. I mean, you get the point. I can put a playlist from a web page online and just leave it there to play, or you can bring a real DJ. I mean, a real DJ, some guy who'll charge you. Okay, so Second Life, here's another bar for the guys in the club with another waitress. These are still being built. Okay, this is a house. I changed the size of the house and I changed some walls. This is a typical Ibiza Mediterranean house. I don't know what I'm going to do with this house yet. I was thinking about a club or a cafe, but there are too many cafes already. So this is a house, probably will be a store, I think, a market, a store, or a museum or something to talk about virtual Ibiza. Here we have a table. Actually, there is a whole restaurant over there near the club. And you can come to Second Life and just sit and have some dinner with you can invite someone and have a dating here. So you can sit. Let me choose. I don't want adult stuff or cuddling. I want to sit, eat, drink, and I'm a male, and because the other person, if it's a female, will have female movements, and I have to eat, drink, and why soup, coffee? Why not Chinese? Okay, and here comes the food on the table, and I'm eating. Okay, this may look silly, but once you explore Second Life, you will find all this stuff very amusing, and it's an excuse. I mean, it's not important that you have a table to eat. It's important that you have it because it's a good excuse for being with people and meeting people. Okay, this is also about having fun. So there are lots of serious stuff you can do. You can have business center with big boards where you can stream YouTube videos. You can stream videos from your computer. You can do a slideshow. You can do a PowerPoint presentation for an office or a corporate business. You can do a real-time meeting with voice, exchanging documents between avatars and exchanging private messages and public messages at the same time on that meeting. And people can be using voice or chat, or half the people use voice, half the people use chat. You just come here and you just chat, and everybody around you will see what you're saying. Okay, and if you lose some chat, you can check the history of the chat right here. What did that guy said 5 minutes ago? So you can do it all with voice. So there is some serious stuff. There are virtual museums that have real life paintings, and you click the paintings and you get the real history of who was the painter, who was the artist, when was it done, the story of the painting, and what is it about. So educative stuff. You can have science, you can have church service. There are people doing serious church service, not crazy churches, regular church service with choirs and singing. So choirs. This is a huge stage, but usually when I do a live concert here, this is still being built. People can relax here and be watching live concerts. When I do a live concert, I take out this stage and I ask the guys that I hire to make a live concert, and I pay for it. It's about $8, or I think it's less, $5, something like that, and they'll be here during 2 hours. They will bring their own stage, their own avatars, everything. They will set it up like a real concert with crazy lasers and lights doing it, and their sound, their own streaming, and it's amazing. I already organized Pink Floyd concerts, and those guys do covers for most of the bands you can imagine. And one of these days in Virtual Ibiza, it won't be the first, it won't be the second concert, but I promise you guys, I'll pay those guys, I'll have to pay them 3 times more, and I'll have to ask them to stay for several days doing concerts. But one thing I can promise you, it can take 2 years or 3, or maybe less. It depends on your support. But I want those guys, the band, it's called Lightning Strikes. They do covers. They do amazing shows. And you invite your friends, and they bring their own fans along, because they can bring in here. It's a nice way also to publicize your land or your business, or Virtual Ibiza, being new insiders of Second Life, because they follow that band. They have notices and newsletters and groups. You can manage land through groups, and communicate with a group you create, like Facebook. And I promise you, we are going to have sooner or later a whole replica of, can you imagine what concert am I talking about? Jimi Hendrix. What else? Jefferson Airplane. Can you get a hint of what concert I'm talking about? We're going to do Virtual Ibiza in real time with real live music and voice. Okay, I think so. We gotta have fucking Woodstock. Oops, I played in YouTube. We're gonna have fucking Woodstock, believe me, and it's gonna last for days, just like Woodstock. Believe me, it's gonna happen. Okay, I did several concerts already. It's just a matter of putting all the covers that went in Woodstock, and do just more concerts on a straight arrow. So animals, plants can move with the wind, coconuts can fall in the sand. You have small animals, you have water snakes, you have crabs moving around. You can have lots of vehicles, you can have horses. Second Life, it uses one thing, it's called a razor. What is a razor? A razor is an object. When you touch it, it will raise a vehicle for you, or a horse, for example. In this case, it raised a jet ski. Oops, what did I do? What did I do here? Raz. Sit. Oh, I took it. Sits. I have to increase the speed of this jet ski. Okay, Virtual Ibiza will be built. 1/3 of Virtual Ibiza will be water, and 2/3 will be land. So we, of course, are going, and let me just get some speed on this jet ski. So we're gonna have a long stretch of ocean to sail, to use jet skis. It's not just this little beachfront I have here on the startup land, of course. But those you can tell me now, oh, okay, this guy left the bike here. It's gonna be littering the whole place with bikes and horses. No, because this is so well done. You raise the vehicle to use it, and when you stand up from it, in a few seconds, it goes away. It's not littering, and it's not counting for the objects that are occupying the land. So that's just amazing. And you have several competitors doing jet skis with several different features. Competition, it's a beautiful thing in Second Life, just like in real life, because when you have competition, you have better service. Everybody's trying to do their best stuff, and better prices, of course, because it's also a way to compete. So just like in real life. So this is our startup land. I'm not going to tire you more with all the details that it offers. When I get here, it's over, it's the limit. Okay, I cannot pass. This is already decorations that are out of my land, but it's ocean, I'm not bothering anyone. And what is this? Okay, how much do I pay for this? This is inside a whole island. So if you want to look at this is a whole island, 256 by 256 meters. It doesn't have to be a square. It can be all water, half land. It can have mountains, caves, holes, whatever. You can terraform as you wish. So this is the whole scene. So everything I was showing you, and it's quite a bit of a territory and features and objects. Everything I show you now, Startup Land Virtual Ibiza, where you can go right now. You can get your free avatar account in Second Life right now. You can get your Firestorm video viewer right now, and get right now inside here and have fun with all this stuff here, okay? Or meet with your friends and chat. or voice or chat or whatever. So this is available, okay? And it's a way for you guys to show you how I build stuff. It takes a long time. I mean, this thing, this one I built it. It's very easy, a very easy one, and this is a texture. I took some photographs of real walls in the real world, and I put it here. And this is a texture I bought from other guy, and you can edit all this stuff and position it and la la la, and it's change the size, etc. Now let's go back. So this is when a creator says it builds worlds, it's a mix. Some stuff is really built by him and changed. Other stuff is bought and edited in size or shape or whatever. For example, you can buy this house and take the walls away from the upper part, and you have a terrace here. Okay, so you can buy stuff. You just have to make sure it's stuff you can change, and you can change stuff and turn it into different things. You can split this house in two. You can copy this house. I can do a whole villa right now in 1 minute with lots of these houses. I just have to, in this case, this is a copy object. I buy stuff that can be copied, and I can have another house right away over there. Okay, so it's some stuff. It's fast. But then positioning the house on the right place, that takes some time and some work and some experience. But when people build stuff, usually what they do is they buy quality content, they put it together in a logic way, they terraform, and they combine stuff. So it's a long time, it's a long learning curve, but I can also arrange for some building and editing classes if somebody needs. And there are lots of tutorials in YouTube also about how to build in Second Life, how to make a party, organize an event, etc., etc. Here we have, this is the landing area. You can decide when you have some land, you can decide where visitors exactly will land, because Second Life is a spatial 3D platform. It's not a web page where you go and you have links. It's spatial. If you set up the landing point in the middle of the water, people are gonna get crazy and dizzy and don't know how to walk away from there. So you got to set up a central decent spot. And here people can touch and join the group, virtual Ibiza group. It's called Loft Resorts group, and we're on the same group, and I can send notices for events and stuff, and I can set up the access for the club, and only the guys in the club, you guys, can go here, and other guys visiting, they cannot. For example, it's just an example. This is the visitor counter. I've been here for quite a bit, and this is another board about virtual Ibiza that people say, well, I'm inside Second Life, but what is virtual Ibiza? You can touch the board, accept, and it will send a note card with all the project description. You can also set up in this menu a script where people touch it, and it opens up a web page, a normal web page, or your website, or whatever you want. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's endless, the possibilities you have. So guys, I don't want to tire you more. I'm pretty sure you have loads of questions about how things can be done. I just want to say also an important point. I'm always talking about projects, personal projects, develop your projects, and some people just may say, I'm finding Second Life interesting. I would like to explore more. I would like to make friends, but I don't want to develop a business. I don't want to develop events. I just want to go around, hang out, meet people, chat with people, and use what other people do, like attend their shows, attend their live concerts, but just having fun. Because for me, Second Life will be just a way to relax and to get away from this crazy COVID world. And that's fine. Okay, you don't need to have a personal crazy science, education, or business or cultural project here inside. Okay, You can just come and hang around. If you're helping, if you're supporting this project, you can take advantage and go sailing, go to clubs, build your own club, your bar, get your own community, do your crazy parties at night. You can get all drugged. There's no COVID here, by the way, not at all. So that's just an important point. Okay, people can just come here to have some fun. It doesn't have to be projects. Okay, your project is just relax and have fun. This kind of place is just 1,000,000 parts of the places you'll find in Second Life. So I can tell you, this is a full region. Okay, this island costs $300 per week. But there are some guys who rent these islands from the company, Linden Labs, and then they divide the lands. In this case, we have smaller divisions and bigger divisions, and he is renting these plots to different people. And I'm the one renting these plots for Virtual Ibiza. So, and this is a full region. It has loads of capacity. What is that? A full region is the best one. So in these lands, all the content in Second Life, it's like Lego, okay? They are not clumsy and cartoonish like Lego, but they are built like Lego. Content is built with several pieces. It's called prims. You have a limitation. In this case, I'll show you my lands, our Virtual Ibiza, which is an eighth of a whole island. And Virtual Ibiza will be 8 times these lands, so it's going to be a whole island. In this case, I have the capacity to use 3,742 prims objects. And now you can see here, and it's already a lot, the fish, the plants, the animals, the living creatures, the menus, the waitresses, all of that. It takes only 1,652. So I still have 2009 available. So I'm only using 1/3 of the capacity in content for this land. 1/3, I can put 2 times more stuff here, okay? Not that I need to, but this is the capacity of this island. And I'm paying $35, $37 a month to have this startup Ibiza. So I can handle that. I'm not going away from here. I can handle $37 a month, but I cannot go and rent the whole island, start building, and then handling 300, or the weakest ones, $150 a month. It will be right now with the COVID, and as a photography teacher, I'm having lots of limitations with my classes because there are not so many people. It's coming because of the virus and the confinements. I had 5 months without being able to teach photography, because photography, I teach in Zoom, but in Zoom, you don't have full income, okay? So during the COVID, I was 5 months forbidden to go outside, 5 months without being able to do my regular classes, because most of my classes are practical classes outdoor. And even the ones indoor in the studio and sessions with models, I couldn't do that. So I had 5 months with 0 activity outdoors, and I had to pay the rent of my studio for 5 months. So right now I'm still paying the rest of the rents, getting it all even, all controlled. So it's okay. This is not going anywhere. I'm still paying for the startup land, but I really need some help, and I can compensate people with experience, speed, and affordable stuff. If you guys come and support me, and then we can have our full islands. So it will be all of this, a full sim. Don't get me wrong, the weakest island, the one with the $150, is already very good. We have to be more careful with the content. Imagine all of this for Virtual Ibiza, which 1/3 is water, because I want space in the water for people to find shipwrecks, dive with the sharks, having races of sailboats and jet skis and jumping. I don't want just small pools near the beach, okay? There's going to be a lot of water in Virtual Ibiza. Ibiza is about the ocean also, and about the water, okay? So you're going to have a whole sim like this one. and we can do streets with shops and clubs and the castle and the fortress and the beautiful church over there, the docks, the piers, the beaches, the nightclubs, a bit of countryside, a bit of a rural area also, a bit of everything, just to get the real feeling of Ibiza. Okay, this is not exactly the real feeling of Ibiza. It's more of a tropical place. It has some hints of Ibiza, but my point here is just to show you what I can do, what we have already, and from where we can start, okay, and all the crazy possibilities we have. So any question in special, we can meet on the Q&A Zoom soon. And if you are not able to attend, you can ask me into my on the meetup. You can send me a message to me as organizer, and I'll try to answer the best I can. And this is why I'm charging a few bucks for each event we're gonna do. Even the meetings, it's just $2, but it helps. And it's also nice to commit people that are RSVP for events, so we don't have lots of no-shows. And there's more events to come. I'm going to do a small live concert soon also here. So stay alert to the emails. I don't want to spam a lot, but stay alert to the emails and the new events. And bring your friends if you find they can also develop something interesting here. Okay. So it's been a long video. I will shut up because I love this thing. I love Second Life. And well, I'm not perfect, but you can count on one thing. If I say I'll do X, Y, and Z, I will do X, Y, and Z. If I cannot do K and M, I'll tell you, I cannot do K and M. Okay, so I'm very transparent. I deliver on what I promise. If I cannot promise something, I won't promise it. Okay, I'm very straightforward about that because my projects are long-term, and I want people to know I'm trustful and keep trusting, and we keep developing and moving ahead. Okay, I don't want to give anyone any reason to say you did this, you didn't do that, you're a liar, or whatever. So this is why I also wanted to show you Virtual Ibiza, and I'm talking about this issue because in the end, meetup and projects like this are based on trust. Okay, there has to be some degree of trust. But what I think I can do, and I'm already doing this with this startup plan, I'm not out of the blue. I'm not promising the world and heaven, and you just gotta trust me until the end. And one of these years, I'll deliver something. No, I already have something to show, something you can use. Most of the stuff we cannot have offices here, business centers, amphitheaters, but we can do a business meeting. I can get you an office on that house if you need. So we can already do lots of stuff, but in small scale, because this is 1/8 of a sim. And that's about it. Okay, enough for now. I hope I spiked your curiosity and your imagination, creativity. And I hope to see you again, guys. And thank you for your attention. I'm not very experienced in streaming straight from Zoom to YouTube, so you must forgive me any glitch right now when I'm trying to end the session, okay? Because it's a bit new for me that I'm very good in photography, I think, or people say I am, but I'm not very good in videos, so stop share. Okay, I'm gonna end. I'm using 2 screens, that's why it was so low. And I'm gonna end the meeting. Okay, thank you so much, and